Hello, friends. Knowing how your club is always looking for international projects that give a definite step up to a community, we would like to make you aware of a special opportunity in Kenya. The project is a modern borehole water system that will pipe clean water to locations close to the schools and homes of 3,000 residents. The Yoembra Village and Neighborhood Water Project. First, an explanation of where the Yoembra Village and Neighborhood Water Project will be built. Yoembra Village is in Kenya, shown in green on the map of Africa. On the enlarged map of Kenya on the right is Lake Victoria, colored blue. Our project is located within the circle near Lake Victoria. The position of Yoembra is shown in red text. Kisumu, where our partners, the Kisumu Central Rotarians, are located, is shown in black text. Today, we will talk a bit about how we became involved in Kenya, what it is like there, and how the Kisumu Central Rotarians and the Yoembra community are working with us. We will end with a brief discussion of the water system and its costs. In 2000, a man came from Kenya to Sarnia to be a nursing student at Lambton College. Soon, he became destitute after the death of his parents back home. The college noticed this student who seemed to be avoiding the cold by staying in the library from morning until night. The college determined that he needed help and contacted the Rotary Club of Sarnia. The Rotary paid his tuition so that he could finish his nursing program, and a couple gave him room and board for the duration of his schooling. He returned to the Rotary upon graduation and asked to repay the help he was given. They said, "Pay it forward," so he did. He founded the Reign of Hope Child Development Center in Yoembra. The Sarnia Blue Waterland Club has helped this man, Christopher O'Meara, since then, with the projects you see on the screen. This is the baby class of the preschool. The children are attracted by the breakfast they receive, a corn-based, protein-rich porridge containing fish, cashews, and vegetables. They come to school on days when no school is scheduled, hungry for breakfast. Seeing the water tank on the left could cause a person to think that a rooftop collection system supplies adequate water to the preschool. However, the system goes dry during 6 months of the year, as it does everywhere in Yoembra. The machine on the right, the diesel corn grinder, is a good example of sustainability that will be duplicated in the Yoembra Village Neighborhood Water Project. Neighbors and parents whose children attend the preschool bring their corn here to be ground. Corn is the staple of all Kenya. Their fee for corn grinding pays the wages of an operator and a bookkeeper. The corn grinder returns a percentage of the profits to keep the school operating. Kenya is situated on the equator and experiences 2 rainy seasons and 2 dry seasons per year. The region is water-stressed. We visited last April in 2019 and expected the rainy season, but the rain never came. It was 2 months late in arriving. Most of the population is under the age of 25. Everyone has a mobile phone. They use their phones to conduct business and to pay their bills without the use of banks. We went from Canada to Kisumu in 2019 in order to develop relationships with the Rotarians there. Why go to all this trouble of a transatlantic flight? Because work is accomplished differently in African cultures. The diagram shows the importance of relationships when work is to be done. In Kenya, people put a lot of energy into getting to know one another before doing business. In Canada and the USA, completing the task is most important. People emphasize the task to be accomplished and form relationships secondarily. In North America, business people might spend 1 hour communicating with each other at the beginning of a project. But in Kenya, to accomplish the same task might take 5 times as long. Everywhere we went, people were hauling water. Rotarians do not know where this water comes from. They suspect the tankers fill themselves at night from Lake Victoria, without concern for cleanliness. This photo was taken at the water source in Yoembra village during the dry period in April 2019. This man spent 4 hours collecting 20 liters or 5 gallons of dirty water. These are the people who will implement the water project. The Rotarians of Kisumu Central are a young group, most being in their mid-40s. Most work in non-profit organizations because these organizations hire based on merit. The alternative way to find a job is by paying a bribe or establishing a relationship with a business or government person that requires reciprocal payment of unknown type in future. Collins is the Rotarian with whom we communicate on a bi-weekly basis. He is an entrepreneur who distributes medical supplies of all kinds. He is responsible for his extended family that includes 2 teenage siblings, his deceased brother's wife and 2 children, his own wife and 2 children. Here, Jurance Onyango is conducting a community assessment with residents of Yoembra. The group is composed of young and old and are enjoying her skillful banter with them. The group has offered to supply manual labor to dig ditches and to feed all workers during implementation. Jurance is responsible for convincing her club to provide clean water to Yoembra. We met at the Water and Sanitation Rotary Action Group in Toronto at the International Convention in 2018. These are the components of the clean water system. Sustainability is ensured through the Safe Water Committee, a group of villagers who will financially manage the system and direct maintenance. The Kisumu Central Rotarians previously have implemented a project similar to this. That project was completed in 2018. Both projects will last a minimum of 10 years. Please imagine on this slide solar panels to the power equipment. After a hydrogeological study is completed, as required by the Rotary Foundation, drilling will seek water down to 300 meters or 900 feet. The first pump moves water to an underground holding tank. A second pump moves water from the holding tank to a tower. Water falls by gravity through filters to remove harmful components. Pipes deliver the water to kiosks near schools and homes. Residents will pay for their water using mobile phones. Here is shown a gas station where the owner uses the mobile phone system to collect payment for his gasoline. Customers enter the ID number of this business, 336992, in their mobile phone. Payment is instantly deducted from the customer's account, where previously they have deposited funds. The result is a paper trail that prevents theft and encourages good governance through the Safe Water Committee. Today, clubs, DDF, and TRF contributions will fund a budget of $79,000. However, the cost of the project is $125,000. Therefore, we need your help. All this is possible through these Rotarians of the Kisumu Central Club, who will implement this modern, sustainable, clean water project. It is our job only to come up with the money. The reward? The smiles of 3,000 people, less disease, children spending more time in school instead of hauling water, increased safe transit of women to water sources, and parents able to utilize their talents to move their families one more step upward toward a better life. It has been enjoyable describing to you today the Yoembra Village and Neighborhood Water Project. Some of you may have questions or comments that will help us as we continue to develop this global grant. Please contact us at the information shown at the bottom of this screen.